I am in possession of a game that was removed from pop stations not long after its conception. And what that game is, you might be asking. Well, it's Smart Cone World, obviously. So I think we're due for a bit of explaining here. This is a video game. No, okay, I'm kidding. So this is a console. We're going to... I want to show you something on the box. QGH, that might clue you in. If you're up with your pop station lore, then you'll know that QGH is Queentex, and you know that Queentex is a company of incredible significance in the pop station sphere, because they are responsible for, in fact, creating the pop station. So what in the world is this thing? Why is the game removed? Well, I suppose I clickbaited you a little bit, because the game was removed from pop stations not long after its conception. It wasn't removed for any, proper reason, though. It was just removed to save money. I'm going to talk about how that came to be. So this is a console. It is part of the Super Electronic Handheld game series by Queentex. They came in various different form factors with various different games. Some of those games you probably know, like City Fighter and Submarine Invasion and all that. But then there are games like Smart Cone World. And these games were... See, this was before the year 2000. This was like 98 or 97, I think. And this... they had basically perfected the pop station formula at this point. This was effectively a pop station. However, when they sold the ROM to other companies to save money, they sort of used a slimmed down version of the ROM, which had... I've got this early 2000s clock decoration. It keeps ticking. And take the hook cell out of it. There we go. Anyways, so I have this, so this thing... so some of the games were removed. Another thing that was removed was Queentex's sort of advanced, sound driver. They had an advanced sound system built into this thing that was capable of multiple channel playback and sampled sound and all that, proper instruments and stuff. It's not really super in use in this game. But you can still buy, whole factory pallets of these just because they sold so well that there is so much old stock of them sitting around. So that's what I've got. I've got 15, 10, 20, some number of them. And this is going to be a little mini-series. We're going to run through some of these. Some of these will have familiar games. Some of these will have less familiar games. And as we do that, I will sort of talk about the history of these things in general. So this was removed from pop stations shortly after its conception, because they stopped with this series, and then Queentex sold the ROM to other companies, and then they went out of business and left other companies to do their own things with it. So what exactly is Smart Cone World, then, is a question that you might be asking. Well, it's hard to explain, but I'd say it's sort of it's Sokoban, right? But to my knowledge, as far as I'm aware, I may be incorrect, but it's like Sokoban, but they're sort of monsters, chasing after you. They have to kill while you have to shoot at them while you're completing the puzzles. It's like a Sokoban roguelike. Again, I'm not sure if that is actually what the thing is, but it says shoot on it, so yeah. Let's have a look at the box. Super electronic handheld game. It's very 90s. Different model, different game. We got QGH-126, QGH-130, QGH-131, and 132. So I have a 132 right here, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. I've got different model, different game is not really saying what you think it is. It's saying that different models are available and also different games are available. it does not mean that there is only one game per model. We have 9 games available for selection, which is actually a lie. We have all these games, plus more games. The series originally launched with 9 games, then it did so well that they added more games to it. But they just kept the old box. Which, I mean, I don't blame them, they had to reprint a bunch of boxes. Takes 3 AA's, little rusty screw there holding the thing together. This was just in the back room of some store for a while, I'm pretty sure. Along with all the other ones that I have. It's, as with most Queentex consoles, it's pretty hefty feeling. Feels like an actual, like, video game console. Kind of. It does not feel like it's going to, like, shatter under the smallest amount of pressure. There's actually some substance and a bit of weight to this. Speaker in the back here. Yeah, sound, start, on, off, pause, reset. We got our nice A and B buttons. These buttons here. Let's have a look at the manual before we start playing the game. I left the manual over there. Right, here we go. You can tell it's a Queentex manual because it's actually somewhat decent. Instruction manual for QGH-126, 130, 131, 132, 133, LCD handheld games, Smart Cone World O2C-28 series. O2C-28, I believe, is how they numbered the games back in the day. I don't know. Let's see. There you go. Oh, there are shooting. Okay, there is. It's 3 games in 1. I'm sorry. There you go. 3 game things. Game description. Game 1, Boxman Maze Game. This game aims at pushing the box to the target location and passing the round. The route, number of targets, number of boxes, and allowable steps are different in each round. There are a total 52 rounds in this game. That's a pretty big number of rounds. When the game starts, the player moves the object to push the box by pressing up, down, left, and right. Only 1 box is allowed to move each time. Player should attempt to push all the boxes to the target locations and keep away from all obstructions. Number of boxes are the same as the target locations. Player can push the box only, but not to pull. Each step is counted, and maximum allowable steps in each round is different. If the maximum allowable step in that round is 100, then player would pass the round only if he pushes all boxes to the target locations within 100 steps. If player pushes the box to the dead point, and which is not the target corner, or player cannot push all boxes to the target points, player fails to complete this round and should press start key to restart this round. Player can press B to move back the previous step. Game 2, Bean Buster. Bean Buster is required to eat all the beans in the maze and avoid the attack from the enemies, otherwise 1 life would be lost. Every stage has 2 lives. Bean Buster can eat power food to fight against the enemy. An alert sound will be heard once the power food is eaten. If the power lost, the alert sound will disappear. Okay, so it's like Pac-Man. The speed of the enemy and the maze route is different. Each stage, player can pass the stage if all beans are eaten. 1 point for each bean eaten, 5 points for each power food taken, 10 points for each enemy destroyed. Game 3, Shooting Game. Enemy move downwards to attack. Player presses the left-right key to move the cannon and press B key to shoot. Enemy will disappear if it is shot. If the enemy reaches the bottom, 1 life will be lost. For the enemy with shelter, player can destroy it by shooting this enemy 3 times. Every round is 4 lives. Game is over if all lives are lost. Destroy every enemy, gets 5 points. Player can go to the next round for every 20 points. Back is just blank. That was actually a half-decent instruction manual. Queentex actually has really good instruction manuals with, like, pretty much okay English in them. Especially when compared to stuff like the Hank Cyclone. The manual on that. So let's try game 1 first. Turn it on. Here we go. Start. There we go. There's that. Zoom in a bit. There we go. There's that Queentex sound engine at work. We are a little headphone dude, I guess. I don't know. Use headphones. Yeah, I mean, it's Sokomon. There's not really any... The other console that we did last episode was also a Queen Tex, the one that I found at the thrift store, so I figured it would be a good way to start off this series, because, you know, already got Queen Tex that I had to make a video on, so why not just make a video on all the other ones that I have. Alright, that's enough of that. Game 2. Sort of like Pac-Man, I think. Yep, that was the... Game 2 was the Pac-Man one, right? Okay. Start. Oh, I hit sound. Start. There. Again, we got that advanced Queen Tex sound engine at work there. Yeah, I mean, it's Pop Station Pac-Man. There's not really much you can say about it. Ooh. Did I do it? Oh, I think I died. Where am I? Oh, I'm that. Lose. Oh, I hit the ghost. It's Pop Station Pac-Man. There's not really much else you can say about it. Third game. Third game. Third game. Third game. So that's where that composition comes from. You hear it in some later Pop Station games. It's sort of the full, I guess, unbridled version of it without any hardware limitations or the game ending early. I actually own a knockoff of one of these. The City Fighter one as well, so I believe I did a video on that already. So, knockoff City Fighter one, and I have a legitimate City Fighter one as well, so I'll have to do that. There you go. Pretty good at this. You can't see anything, but I'm pretty good at this. There we go. It's like Space Invaders, kind of, but weird and on a Pop Station. Then again, I don't think there's such a thing as a non-weird Pop Station. A little bunny flapped his ears at me. I think that was a bunny. Was that a bunny? What was that? It's like a little angel flapping its wings, I guess because I died. That makes sense. And that is Smart Cone World. Neat little Pop Station, neat little console, neat little history behind it. I'm gonna go put this one back on the shelf with the others. There you go.